Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today, I'm reviewing the KW Studios Cell Juniors. You may notice things are a little out of whack with them already being out of the package, and that's because the packaging that came in is nice. It's a nice little black box, but it's not really action figure packaging in my experience, so I went ahead and took them out. But I'm excited to get started on these things, so let's grab one of them and see how tall he is really quick. The top of his head, he is right at just shy of 3¼ inches, which would make the entire figure 8 centimeters. So they are little fellas. But let's stand them next to some other figures really quick to see how they all look. All right, first up, here they are next to a couple of Daima minis, Goku and Vegeta right here. So this should give you a pretty good idea of how small these little fellas are, because we all know those Daima minis are extra little. And here they are next to your run-of-the-mill Goku right here. And I think that scale's pretty good, so this should give you a good idea how they'll look next to other figures. Now, just for the heck of it, here they are with the Storm Arena Ken and Ryu, just so you can kind of see them next to another line, and they look really nice. And lastly, here they are with their daddy, the best Dragon Stars figure ever made, Perfect Cell. And I like the size comparisons here. The scale works pretty good, at least in my opinion, and I think it looks awesome. Hey, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, give this video a like, subscribe to us if you haven't already, and leave us a comment on the video. It really helps out. All right, now for accessories. I unfortunately only got the regular edition of this. I wish I had gotten the deluxe, but it still comes with a pretty decent spread of stuff. Obviously, you're going to get 3 figures, and those 3 figures come with 7 faceplates in total. You're going to get like a serious face with him looking off to the side, and it looks pretty good. He's going to get like a teeth gritting kind of cheesing face, and it looks nice. You get a faceplate where he's sticking his tongue out, and it looks pretty darn good. And you also get 4 other faceplates. You're going to get like an eyes shut, open mouth yelling face that looks pretty cool. You get another open mouth yelling face like he's yelling about something. You're going to get a teeth gritting face that looks nice, and another smirking face without showing the teeth. You're also going to get 14 hands that the 3 figures can share. Basically, you know, it's the same style pose kind of hands that you usually get with every other type of figure, but they all look really good, and they've got little middle finger pointing hands that look pretty cute. And lastly, they do get an energy effect to share among them, and it's actually done kind of uniquely. The way it inserts into a little energy orb is different than usual, and it looks really good. And it comes with, it obviously comes with 2 hands that you can pour it on there. Overall, this is a good spread of accessories, even for the price for this. Now, their aesthetic. These little guys look really good. I really like it. The blue looks really good. All the spots, you know, like the cell, kind of almost like camouflage, digi camo looking stuff on them, looks really nice. Their faceplates all look super good. The paint is solid all the way around. The paint on the shoes is really good on all 3 figures. Their proportions for little guys are really good. I like them. They've got kind of a matte to satin kind of finish on them, and it just looks really good. They've got, for as small as they are, they've got nice details. Those, like, you know, just like in the cell figures, those little lines in the abdomen and around the hips and the elbow joints and in the knee joints, and even in the joints around their little wings right here. So that detail looks really good. I really can't hype them up as far as look much more. They don't feel cheap. They're a small figure, and, you know, small figures inherently feel a little fragile, but they don't feel cheaply done, if that makes sense. So KW Studios really did a really nice job on these. I'm excited for the Green Monster to come out, next month? It was so long ago it was announced, and I pre-ordered it. I think it's next month. And I did order the deluxe version of it, so you'll get to see everything that thing comes with. But like the fingernails on all 14 of the hands that they come with all looks really good, and the hand expressions were all really nice. I like this one, with the little tongue sticking out. You don't get to see faceplates like that very often. But this little guy, you know, all 3 of them look really solid. Now, articulation-wise, there's some good and bad, not going to lie. They're miniature cell figures, so basically any kind of articulation issue that you run into with a cell, you're going to run into with these. But let's just start at the top. They've all got neck joints, by the way. So their heads look down a little bit, and they'll look up a little bit, and you can get some twist and nuance and spin them all around. And they come on little double ball pegs.
Thank you.
Well done, double ball pegs. 2 nice, tall, skinny posts with a relatively large ball on it. So you get nice range out of these things' heads. I like it a lot. Now the little shoulders, these little caps right here are connected, unfortunately, so they kind of mess with the articulation out to the side a little bit. We're not going to get out to 90, so that's unfortunate. But for what you're going to do with these guys, I don't think that'll be a huge problem. You get a lot of rotation, but not 360, because they're going to catch back here where the wing, like it's sculpted for the wing, you know. So that kind of sucks to an extent. They kind of gave them little butterfly joints in there. If you can see that, the camera's probably not there. You can see it right there. They gave them little butterflies in there, and they actually do work. They bring the arms across them fairly nicely, so that's not too bad. They've got a little bicep swivel that works just fine. Just like all small figures, they have just a little ball hinge for the elbow. You're not going to get quite 90 degrees, but when you're looking at something this small, not quite 90, still kind of looks like 90, and I think it'll work, and I think that looks pretty good where they've got that little elbow cap that looks like the blue part of the skin. So I don't have a problem with it. Of course, the wrists are on little ball hinges, and they move around and do whatever you're looking for. They have little ab articulation right here in between the torso plate and the crotch kind of blue area right there. So you do get a little bit of crunch forward and back on them, not a lot, but they're little figures, and what really do you need? And that's actually more than we got with the Diamond Minis, so I'm not going to complain. But you do get twist out of it as well, and a little bit of twist and move around. So they'll move enough for what you're going to want to do with these guys. Now, as far as the hips, remember when I said they have the same problems as cell figures? Right there it is, that upper thigh armor, I guess you would say, is going to catch and is going to stop them right at about 45 degrees. So, they're not Jean-Claude Van Damme. They're not going to do real good splits. And it impedes the front kick as well. You're not going to get a great front kick out of them, if you can see that right there. Right up here, it just blocks it. And it blocks them from kicking back too. Even though they don't have little butts really, it's just that the rim of that thigh armor catches it and prevents it, unfortunately. Thigh swivel. They do have little double jointed knees, past 90 for the range, and the proportions are done really well, so I like that. And the knee looks pretty good. That probably looks like how their knees would look if they were a real thing. Now, down here, same issues that you may have ran into in any cell figure because of the shin armor going down over the foot. It's on the ankle's a ball hinge again, but it's not going to go down much. It will come up a little bit for you if you see that range of motion right there, so not too bad. Little bit of ankle rocker, no peg holes in the bottoms of the feet. And the toe hinges suck. Look at that right there. That's not very good. And they're loose. But toe hinges are almost never executed well, so I'm not going to overly hold it against the figure. So overall, they articulate. Oh, I forgot to show you the wings. The wings articulate. They'll come up and down like this. They're on a little ball hinge, and you can twist them around and stuff. So you can get the wings to do some different looks for you. So that's not too bad there either. Overall, their articulation, it's not a letdown. I expected a lot of this, but it's not fantastic, but it will definitely work for what you're wanting. All right, final thoughts on the KW Studios Cell Juniors here. They're really cool. The novelty of them, I think, is what's pumped them up in my mind. They're not bad figures, but they're not like super duper awesome figures either. Just gonna go ahead and be honest. I'm sure you're gonna see videos from other people just screaming to the high heavens about how awesome these are. These figures really aren't that awesome. They come with a pretty sweet little spread of accessories, and I only bought the regular edition. The deluxe edition, I'm sure, comes with some really awesome stuff. You don't need these. Like, you'll definitely want them. I would recommend that you buy them. These are kind of expensive. I think these were like north of $80. It's been months and months since I pre-ordered them. I think they're around $80 or so. But you do get 3 figures, and then they can share that nice spread of accessories. So it's not a bad buy, especially when you compare it to the SH Figuarts, Dyma figures that we've been paying for. So overall, I will give these a B-. Plenty of room for improvement, particularly in their articulation. They probably could have taken their time a little bit more and given us a little bit something better. And in areas they feel slightly cheap and fragile, but not bad. I do recommend these. I got mine from Toe Collectibles. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm sure there's probably other places you can get it. That's all for the little Cell Juniors here. Be sure and subscribe, like this video, give us a comment. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.